Alright, so I just really made this video because I want to provide certain inexpensive ways for folks to learn Latin so as to learn Latin without bankrupting yourself. I want to save people some money and some hardship. And so while there are more materials to learn Latin than I'm giving now, I think these are the most important so that people can immediately start learning a little bit of Latin and then come back to this channel or another channel somewhere online probably, and brush up on their Latin, read Latin online or something like that. But anyway, I think these are the best ways to learn Latin for English speakers. All right, so number one, Per se illustrata is a fantastic learning resource for Latin. I think that you can jump right into this with no experience. It's essentially a Latin course for people with no experience. That's the whole book is in Latin. There's like nothing that's in English or any other language. You go in and you sort of you know nothing at the beginning, and by the end you start understanding Latin. You read it one or two times, three times, you've got a really good basis for learning Latin almost at a fluent level, at a university level. You've got a great handle of the Latin language. This book is like $20. If nothing else, spend $20 on this book. It's going to be great. Okay? I mean, this is the way to learn Latin. Don't go to a 101 course. Save yourself a lot of time and read this book. Get the audiobook, I don't know, whatever form you can get it in. If you find it in a dumpster, by all means get it. I think you could save yourself a lot of time by not going into the introductory level, reading this book. You could go into 201, 202. You can place into a higher level with Latin if you read this book. So, two, you're going to sort of need a grammar book to sort of know what's going on in a lot of Latin literature. There's just a lot going on. So the grammar I would recommend after you've read Per se illustrata, you're well versed in your Latin sort of. Look at a Wheelock's. Wheelock is a pretty good book. It's not going to take you a lot of time to get through this book. It's got 30 some odd chapters in it. I think actually it's got like 41. It's not really a challenge to read this book. It catches you up on all the relevant grammar. You're going to have to remember some of the grammar in here so that you can successfully navigate Latin literature, traditional Roman literature. Another thing, the other thing I would recommend for grammar is Alan Greeno's New Latin Grammar. This is sort of like the mecca of, if you have something in Latin grammar that you're unfamiliar with, this catalogs it. This has everything in Latin, right? So probably not for a beginner, but you're going through a complicated Latin text, check this out. It's got just about everything in it. I think if you're reading later Latin literature, this might not have everything in it, but for classical Latin, even into medieval Latin, this is probably what I would definitely start with. Again, not a whole lot of money here for this one, and if you're going through college courses, this is going to help you a lot. So 3, I think really you're going to start needing some review, just memorizing vocabulary. And again, don't break the bank with this one. I'm saying there's a couple things. So you're going to want to look at the Dickinson College Commentary, which essentially has compiled the most common 1,000 words in Latin. And so for the most part, whatever you're doing in Latin, it's going to touch on these words. You're going to need these 1,000 words as the most common in Latin. So if you can memorize these 1,000 words, you're going to have a much better time going through Latin. So you can access this through Quizlet. There's the DCC commentary on Quizlet. There's other flashcard websites that you can get this on. You can just write all these down from the website itself. It doesn't really matter. Memorize these. It's great. Another thing, just for a review, you might as well look at Duolingo's Latin program because it's pretty expansive and it's pretty good. And it won't take a lot of time to review it. And another thing, too, a lot of people don't talk about Duolingo, you can just do the same lesson like 700 times. And there's no penalty to it. You can do this all day, all night, or you can do it once every month. It doesn't matter. It's free. Just use it in a review capacity. Don't expect to get fluent after doing Duolingo, but it'll keep you sharp. At any rate, this isn't everything, but I think this is a starting point for people to learn Latin, and hopefully you can start learning a little bit of Latin after watching this video, and you can tune in. I try to do playlists from mainly a phrase perspective, so that you can sort of talk about Latin phrases and you can know Latin phrases generally after watching some of my videos. So anyway, if you found this helpful, drop a like. Consider subscribing, watch a couple of my videos. Stay safe. Thanks.